Hey, good Tuesday afternoon. Thanks for joining us today. I'm meteorologist Taylor Cox, and we are tracking showers and storms with both snow and ice in the forecast as we head into the end of the work week. So here's what we have today. That cold air is sticking around, still below average temperatures for a good portion of the U.S., especially right through the middle of the U.S. where we still have that snow on the ground. High winds and fire weather farther out to the west. We have those Santa Ana winds over Southern California for both today and tomorrow. And are you ready for that winter weather? No, we're not talking about last weekend. We're talking about Thursday and Friday. We're ready for round 2 out here. We are still on track for that snow and ice across a good portion of the U.S. And we'll talk about it here in just a minute. But first, I'm going to get you a discount code to save money on the Raising Hail Tour because you are watching the live forecast today. If you want to go to the Raising Hail Tour at any of these cities, and we know that you want to go, we know that you want to see Derek give his forecast, his hail forecast for the year. You want to be the first in your neighborhood to know exactly where we're expecting the biggest hailstorms this year. Use this code. It's $10 off of your $25 ticket, making that ticket now $15. So it's $15. You get to talk to industry experts. You get to communicate with them and hear their presentations. You also get lunch, a free t-shirt, and a drawing for a Yeti cooler. $10 off. Use code RHT Taylor 10. RHT TAYLOR 10. Head to raising-hail-tour.com. I'll be emceeing these events. We are very excited and we have a lot in store for you. Now let's talk about another giveaway that we have on deck, the Thunder giveaway. Okay, so we have Thunder tickets club level for the January 16th game. We're on a winning streak right now, so you definitely want to see the Thunder while they are doing really good. Comment and tag a friend to be entered into this drawing. So you have to comment during this live to be entered into this drawing. Winners will be announced this Friday, so you only have today and 3 more days to comment and tag a friend. Every single comment is an entry into the competition. All right, let's take a look at yesterday's storm reports. Pretty quiet yesterday in terms of severe storms. We did have that snow that we saw this past weekend finally tracking out to the East Coast and wrapping up as we saw all of those showers and storms moving off of the East Coast. We still have some lake effect snow going on right here, just coming off of the Great Lakes. This seems like a conversations that we've had just over and over and over with that lake effect snow coming into New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio. Over the last 24 hours, we have gotten some good snowfall totals in these areas as well, and we are expecting an additional 3 inches over the next 24 hours. But there's areas that have gotten snow, like this past weekend, and that snow depth, I don't think this is loading right now. No, it looks like it's struggling, but I'll show you exactly where that snow is, anywhere from Kansas all the way to Missouri and then off to Kentucky and then to the East Coast where we got that snow yesterday, right? So this is the coldest air of the country because we are seeing that snow melt, and then all that cold air gets released to the surface, right where we are. And it keeps it really cold right in here. So that's why we're seeing still below average temperatures for today and for tomorrow, kind of pivoting down to the south here as this cold air stays pretty stubborn on Wednesday as well. But I know a lot of people want to see what's going on over the next 24 hours. So let's get right into that here. Here are your current conditions. High pressure system sitting over the central portion of the U.S. That's making it quiet right now, but we'll call it the calm before the storm because we do have another chance to see snow and ice as we head into the end of the work week, okay? So you're going to see that move from the west, from New Mexico into Texas, and we'll start to really see that ramp up as we head into the next 48 hours here. One little note for today, we do have a wind advisory in effect from the Santa Ana winds off of California into Nevada here. You're going to get some really high wind warnings here with wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. So that area highlighted in gold, that is your high wind warning. And then right around that, up to 50 miles an hour is your wind advisory. That goes from Los Angeles all the way up to Las Vegas. So if you are getting on any roofs today, I know the temperatures may be nice, but the winds not so much. Heading to Denver now, we were talking about Colorado earlier. I think on TikTok, we do have a winter weather advisory that goes until 5 o'clock tonight. We are expecting another 2 inches of snow in this area, mainly down to the south, but we'll have the full radar here in just a few minutes. Now let's get to that snow that's coming in on Thursday. Here we go. Winter storm watch is in effect from Thursday to Friday. Here's what the National Weather Service is saying. Mixed winter weather with snow and ice. So it's kind of a mixed bag here. You're going to get that freezing rain, you're going to get that snow, and you're going to get that rain. Power outages and near impossible travel is what we're expecting here, especially with those places that get really icy. That travel will be very, very difficult. So we're warning you ahead of time with that watch, okay? Now, going down to Florida, it's still really cold in Florida. It will be for the next 24 hours. We've got temperatures as low as 31 with that freeze watch highlighted in teal here, or turquoise, whatever color this is. A freeze warning in purple. Temperatures could get as low as 28 into the overnight hours, below freezing, and a frost advisory as well. If you're highlighted here in this blue color, periwinkle color, we've got so many watches and warnings going on. We've got a lot of colors going on. Give yourself some extra time to scrape your windshield within the next 24 hours. Alrighty, no significant hail expected for today. We are not expecting any of that severe weather today. But I know a lot of people got on here for the winter weather, so let's talk about all of that snow that we're expecting across Colorado today. I said up to 2 inches, remember, mainly down to the southern side of the state. This will be wrapping up as we head into the evening hours. Now let's head, I think we're going up to the north here. Okay, we'll go up to the north in a minute. Down to the south, we've got snow over New Mexico today. This is going to try to inch its way across to the western portion of Texas. However, if we see any snow here at all, it will just be in the form of flurries. Remember, during all of this time, we still have that lake effect snow up to the north and east. Moving ahead to Wednesday, so in the next 24 hours, we are expecting another round of showers of snow to come through the northern portion of the plains. So we're talking about North and South Dakota here. Your snowfall accumulation will only be about 1 inch, okay? It's about a dusting in this area. Maybe if you're lucky, you could get about 2 inches. Not terribly worried about this snowfall accumulation in these areas. Actually, we're gonna have greater snowfall accumulation down to the south. Take a look at this. Late onto Wednesday and into Thursday, this is whenever we're expecting that wintry mix to come in, starting in the western portion of Texas, but then moving across to the eastern portion of the state. So as we wake up on Thursday morning, we will have stuff on the radar. We've got rain down to the south, freezing rain right in the middle here, snow up to the north. Now, it depends on where that freezing line is, because if we could get that freezing line closer to the Red River, we're going to get a lot more snow into Oklahoma and more rain into Texas. It really just depends on where this lines up, but what we're watching for right now is a mix of snow and ice from Dallas all the way up into Arkansas and northern Louisiana, and we're going to get some really good snowfall totals on the southeastern side of Oklahoma. Oklahoma City, you could get up to about 2 to 3 inches of snow, but I think that's stretching it. I think we're really going to struggle to get snowfall in the center and western portion of the state. Moving on here, this is tracking out to the east. We're going to continue to see this track into Tennessee and even into the East Coast as we head into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're still going to see some really good snowfall totals through the Virginias and up to the Northeast. We, of course, have that freezing rain that goes through Atlanta. Atlanta, wait until I show you your ice accumulation. Some models really want to bring a lot of ice down to Atlanta. And then we have that freezing rain going up to Raleigh, and then if you go to the south a little bit closer to the coast, you're going to get more rain and less of that winter weather. Now let's talk about accumulations here. Here we go. Let's fast forward here. Okay, there we go. Where are we going to see the biggest accumulation. So Dallas, I think you're going to miss out. You could get some ice down in Dallas, but you're going to miss out on the greatest snowfall accumulations. You're probably going to be closer to about 2 inches. The greatest snowfall accumulations will most likely be anywhere from the southeastern side of Oklahoma all the way down to Louisiana, Arkansas, Texas corridor right here where these states line up, right? And we'll show you why here in just a second. And then we're going to continue to see another band set up anywhere from the northern side of Mississippi all the way through Tennessee. And then I mentioned all of that snow in the Virginias as we head into the weekend. What about your ice accumulation? Well, as I mentioned, the more ice you get, the less snow you get. The more snow you get, the less ice you get, right? Dallas, you have a chance to see a little bit of ice here, less than a tenth of an inch. However, that could still make roads very slick. As we continue to track to the east, I mentioned all of that freezing rain in Atlanta. That's going to set you up for some really good ice accumulation as well. This could make travel very tricky Saturday into Sunday, very similar as we head up to the East Coast. Now, one caveat with this, we are still several days out from this event, so we could see these numbers change in the next 24 to 48 hours. But this is what we're seeing right now. This is what models are pulling in right now. The model that we are using here is the GFS. Now remember whenever I said that we could see the best chances for snow shift down to the south a little bit. Let's talk about ice, then we'll talk about snow. Ice here looks like we'll have the best chances anywhere from the eastern side of Texas to the northwestern side of Louisiana, all the way up to southwestern Arkansas. So right to the south of Texarkana, that's your best chance for ice. But this does include Dallas. Okay, it's possible to see some ice down into Waco. It's a pretty low chance here. We're getting like 10% chance for ice in Waco at this point. Pretty low chance here. I think this is snow accumulations with ice on top of it. There you go. So we're talking about that freezing line here. You could get ice and snow, kind of it's going to be messy, right? You could get freezing rain at some point. You could get snow at other points. I just wanted to show you here, highlighted in pink is the ice accumulation. Highlighted in blue is the snow accumulation. So just kind of showing you that you could get both snow and freezing rain here. Where will we see the best snowfall totals? That'll be in southeastern Oklahoma right now. We have a really good chance to see about 2 to 6 inches of snow. As we see these numbers go up, those chances go down. So we're not expecting a ton of snow here, but I do think about 4 to 5 inches will be possible in some places. Other than that, temperatures are going to be very cold, okay? We talked about that cold air. That's just going to sit right through the central portion of the U.S. because of all of that snow that's going on, that's sitting on the ground right now. We're in the single digits in Kansas City for your low today and the teens for your high. Temperatures this afternoon here in Oklahoma City will get up to the 30s, and then through the overnight hours, we stay in the 30s. It's pretty consistent as we head into Friday as well. We'll be in the 30s here as well. Let's see, temperatures as we head into the weekend, still pretty cold out to the east by Saturday as temperatures they really stay in the 30s for a good portion of us. That's why we said it depends on where that freezing line sets up. Because we're in the 30s for a good portion of the U.S. Are we at 34 and we get freezing rain? Or are we at 30 and we get snow? It's a few degrees make a big difference. Now taking a look into the middle of January, the 12th through the 16th, we are expecting temperatures to stay on the cold side, still below average as you head to the south and southeastern portion of the U.S. On the drier side as well, your extended rain outlook looks like will be below average for those rain or snowfall totals for not only the eastern side of the U.S., but also out to the west. All right, we talked about a lot of things today. Of course, if you are interested in winning those Thunder tickets, make sure you comment on either our YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, or Facebook pages during this live forecast. You only have about 10 more seconds to put that comment in to be entered into that drawing to win those Thunder tickets. In the meantime, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And of course, we will be tracking those storms and doing all of those hail, wind, and tornado reports for you. So if you're interested in a report, head over to hailtrace.com, give us a call at 855-334-4245, or email us at info@hailtrace.com. All right, thanks for joining us today. We'll see you back here for your forecast and an update on snow and ice totals. Same time, same place tomorrow.